Welcome to the Vibelytical show. We are so excited to be back. Um, and it's been a busy year. Andre has relocated. I relocated. We're in totally different time zones now. It's like 6 hours apart, I think, or 5 hours.
Five. It's five.
Five. Yeah. And so today we just wanted to come back on and just let you all know how we've been doing, let you know that we haven't forgotten about the show. We talk offline and, keep our relationship going. So we knew we wanted to come back and bless the people. You know what I mean? Bless the people. So, Andre, in this last year, you done so much stuff. And one of the things you did was the Most High blessed you to become a homeowner. So, what has that been like? But before, while you thinking about that, I was blessed to have you come visit when I was still in the DC, Maryland area, and we went out there together to actually stand on the lot in which it was being built. That was a blessing. So tell me what it's been like, since you're home, you got into it now. Like what's that been like? Oh, I know you recently got your furniture. So just talk to us a little bit about, being a homeowner in 2022.
Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. I have been incredibly busy with just I'm a first time homeowner, and I think that's one of the things that is so challenging because I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea. I
Mm,
had no idea what I was getting myself into getting this new home. So I was like, oh my God, like I'm buying a new home. Um, what is this process like? So I reached out to several people. I had a really good realtor that assisted me, but I am truly thankful that I got this home when I did, because I entered into this home October of last year, and this
okay.
was right before the market went crazy and interest rates went high. So
Mm,
thank God, and to the Most High, that I was able
amen.
to get a very good interest rate for this house and have it locked in throughout the time my house was getting built. So my house started getting built in December, but in October is when I signed that contract saying, "Hey, this is what I want in the house. This is the design choices I want. This is what I want in here." And I closed in September. So September of this year was when I closed. Um, and I moved in, and I'm a homeowner. This is my first time owning a home. It's a 2 bedroom, 2.5 bath townhome, 3 levels. And
Mm,
like he said, my furniture, my furniture just came in a day after Thanksgiving. So
mm.
the day after Thanksgiving, my furniture was here, and I am in complete awe of it. It's done, but as you all can see, you can't really see much because I'm not trying to show anything yet, because there's still more decor choices that I'm looking into getting. So
Mm-hmm.
when we and I will announce, me and him will announce that we are back. Being that I've settled into my home, you will see this view of my house until I get more decor in. Because this is so right now I'm on my island talking to you all. But anyway, I am really, really excited about this house. It really feels like home. I'm just continuing to add to it every day, and I'm truly thankful that I can say that I'm a homeowner in this time. Like I said, due to the market being so high, and unfortunately, so there's 8 townhomes on my lot. There's 8 townhomes, and there are 3 that were not sold. And it was due to individuals not being able to handle the market with the interest rates going up. So there's 3 homes that are still available for purchase, because only 5 families, including myself, was able to still stay and get the
Mm.
home. So
Oh, so we could
so
be
that's
neighbors
unfortunate.
probably.
Yeah, because honey, there is a townhome right next door to me that ain't got nobody in it. It's a
Mm.
corner. It's an end unit too. So those end units are usually bigger than the ones in the middle. So I'm just
Mm.
saying it's available. right
Right,
next door
right,
to
right.
me, 2 bedroom, 2.5 bath, 3 level townhome, bigger square footage, more windows, all that stuff. Like it's the two end units are nice, and both of them are not available. I mean, both of them are available for sale.
Hmm.
So, um, I mean, that's just a nugget out there. If y'all, if for anybody watching or that sees this, if you want to get a home in Maryland in Upper Marlboro, there are
Upper
3
Murmur.
townhomes in Upper Marlboro, like the Marlboro cigarette.
Yeah.
Um, but 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 yeah, if any of y'all want, listen, one of y'all could be my neighbor because there is 3 homes available that are not lived in. But my
Hmm.
neighbors are nice. I do have a bougie set of neighbors, but we ain't gotta go there. They don't speak. They own Teslas, so they think they too
Oh,
big. They too bougie. Yeah,
yeah.
both the husband and the wife got a Tesla. I'm like, okay,
Okay.
whatever. You got a Tesla or
Are they
whatever.
are they military?
No, they're not military.
Oh,
So I'm surrounded by military, but all of my neighbors are just, civilians. And I'm the only military. But like I said, the bougie neighbors that drive Teslas, they don't speak to nobody. Like they're just very, and they both drive Teslas. That's what makes it so funny. But yeah, other than
so
that,
when you see them, they be like,
I'm loving my area. They don't. They toot their nose up, honey. Like, excuse you. Like, we are neighbors. We all can afford the same mortgage. Get your life.
right,
Like, I don't
right.
know. It was just annoying to me. Like, get your life together. But
Yeah,
yeah, I other than that, I'm very excited to be in this house and got my security system installed, so I feel secure because this is 3 levels, so I got to make sure.
hmm,
So shout out to ADT, the security system, for
okay,
putting that together. So yeah, I am overjoyed. Thank you for recognizing that and putting
yeah,
it out there.
for
But yes,
sure.
I'm a proud homeowner and just
Glory.
truly, truly thankful.
Yeah.
So I want to say something to you.
Okay.
So as you all know, this amazing person that is to my right. So I guess while you're looking at it, to my right. So to my right, to your right, I want to introduce to you this amazing friend that I've made, and our friendship has really blossomed. And we're going on 3 years. Can you believe we're going on 3 years? It's
I
crazy.
know,
We're going
right?
on 3 years of being. We're going into our 3rd year. I want to shout out to you all with love and introduce you to Zion. I believe that. Oh yeah, let's give a round of applause. Zion, the name Zion fits this individual so amazingly. I feel that the name represents strength, it represents perseverance, it represents loyalty, it represents
Mm,
a faith with the Most High. It just
mm.
represents so 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 much. So I just want to say that Zion, you are amazing.
Thank you.
I you we have not been in touch as often as we should, but and it's all due to life and all that, right? And like what
Hmm.
Zion just said when we came on the show is that we are in 2 different geographical locations. I'm buying a house. He is all the way in Hawaii in the beautiful weather, and
Mm,
he's had some personal stuff too as well. That
hmm.
if he decides to share, he can. But there's been a lot going on, right? But anytime that I get on the phone with him or anytime that I communicate with him, it is like we go right back to where we left off. So I'm thankful for that. And there's a
Yep.
very few amount of friends that I can do that with. So shout out to Zion and the beautiful name that has been bestowed upon him.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And I
Yeah.
guess before I go into like what the name means and stuff, like what caused you to want to buy, like what does being a homeowner mean to you? You know what I'm saying? Like go ahead, yeah, elaborate on that. Like what does that mean for you and you accomplishing that, if it was a goal of yours? Like just give us a little background on what being a homeowner means to you.
So I really feel that everything happens in its divine timing. I really, really, really do believe in that. I when my home was getting built, so like right as it was, getting built, and I think I sent you progress pictures along those months. But during that time, I was beating myself up because I was like, I am in my mid 30s, or not, I'm approaching my late 30s at this point, but I'm in my mid 30s and I am just now buying a house. And I was beating myself up because I'm like, dang, like, how come I didn't get no house sooner? Like, my responsibilities were just not in the right place. But a lot of other friends were saying, Andre, listen, you don't, there's no, just like we're getting a college degree and anything else, there's no timing on when to get a home. It happens when it's necessary to happen. Because, I think about all my other friends that were in their 20s buying houses, and I'm over here like, girl, I said I got no house, I'm still in apartments. But I feel that the timing, it was of the essence that I got the house when I did, because now I'm at 18 years in the military, and I'm close to retirement. So this is a
Well,
perfect
wow.
starter home. Woo! This is a perfect starter home for when I retire. So what it
Yeah.
means to be a homeowner is just, I'm overjoyed with the idea of leaving my home and not and already missing the home. I leave
Mm,
the home to go run an errand. I leave the home to go see, Georgie, my bestie, or go see folks and all this stuff. But when I leave, I'm like, I cannot wait to get back up at that house. Like, I cannot wait. And I've never had that feeling before because, like I told you
mhm,
all, I've been in apartments and I've always stayed with other people when it's their home. But I've
mhm,
never had my own. So it really means a lot to me. And I'm just overjoyed that I can now enter into this space and say, it's Andre's space, honey. If I wanted to, so it's a really, really
yeah.
good feeling to be able to say that. And then I think I love the fact that I got a townhome because I am a people person. So I
Mhm,
am able to say, wave at my neighbors, say hi. Like, because I'm, in apartments, as you all know, apartments, you can kind of speak to your neighbors a lot easier because there's more people, more units, and all that. But in a townhome, you're still attached to somebody else's home. So the townhouse game is really amazing for me because I'm still able
mhm,
to interact with my neighbors across the way, my neighbors next to me, and us at our 2 bedroom. Like I told you, I'm in a 2 bedroom townhome, but all the homes surrounding us are 3 bedroom townhomes. So all of us are kind of hating on the 3 bedroom folks because like, oh, y'all got a three extra bedroom up there, but no, we do it as a joke, right?
yeah,
But
yeah,
then,
yeah.
like, the 3 bedroom townhome folks are kind of hating on us because in our 2 bedroom on the second floor, my whole entire second floor is open floor concept. It's open. So in a
Mm,
3 bedroom home, it's not open. The kitchen is just in a corner, but my kitchen
mm,
is spread out long ways. So they say, well, we wish our kitchen was like y'all's kitchen because y'all have the long island and you have the open floor concept that 3 bedroom townhomes don't get. So it's kind of nice to have those
mm,
kind of conversations with your neighbors. Like, oh, okay, so we hating on that you got an extra bedroom, but y'all hating on our second floor. Like,
right.
okay, y'all, okay, we get it. So,
Mhm,
but back to what I was saying, it really means a lot to have a townhome and to be a homeowner and to be able to, you know, decorate it how I want to, not to worry about noise, disturbing a neighbor. Well, maybe it's because I have good insulation. I don't hear
yeah.
nothing. When I tell you I don't hear my neighbors at all. Like, I don't hear nothing. Like, not even a garage door open. That's how quiet it is. So like, if
Mm,
my neighbor's leaving, my next door neighbor is leaving, I do not hear the garage go up. I don't even know if she left. Like, I literally don't
mm,
know.
okay.
So I don't know if it's just maybe because of the walls and now mind you, I'm with DRB Homes. Shout out to DRB Homes. That's the builders that built this home.
Mhm,
They insulated really well, and my garage. I love my garage. They insulated that really well. So if it's super cold out, it's still a little bit warmer in my garage. So
okay.
yeah, to fully answer your question, it's an amazing experience, and I'm blessed and thankful to be able to say that in this time with the market being crazy, that I am a homeowner.
Right. See? Whoop,
Crazy.
whoop. Yes. And that's amazing too. And I really like the fact that you highlighted the divine timing, because I think with everything going on in the world, I mean, if you are familiar with the Vibelytical show, you know that we are believers in the Most High. And I just think that it's not a time where we should just be doing anything or making any big purchases without praying and like without seeking for God's timing, the Most High's timing on what you should do and when you should do it. Because, I looked at purchasing a home out here in Hawaii, got approved for an insane amount of money that made my heart stop when they told me the amount. But also, it was just like, I don't know. The Most High just said, not yet. I believe faith without works is dead. So there's nothing wrong with going to, I went through the pre-approval process. My aunt's a real estate agent here. So I got the connections. But just because you have the opportunity, the approval, the connections to do something doesn't mean that it's the time to do it. Because honestly, I'm at 22 and a half years in the Army now, and I'm not sure, where I'm going to be and where the Most High wants me to be. Because it's interesting, because leaving Atlanta, um, when I was leaving Atlanta to move to Joint Base Lewis McChord, Washington, I met this lady named Apostle Yakar, and I basically we had a discussion, and she was like telling me that the Army was going to get easier for me, because anybody that knows me know I've been through a lot in the Army, and not necessarily things happening directly to me, but just part of investigations and just a whole lot of stuff. But so the Army did get easier, like she said. And then she said that the Most High was going to deal with me different in a more mature way. Like, he ain't going to be showing me what's happening like I used to be able to see like 3 to 5 years out or longer. But now it just be like, this is what I need you to do. And then I go do it. I was ready to get out of the Army when I was in Maryland. I was ready to drop my retirement packet. The Most High said, not yet. 6 months later, I'm stationed here at home to help take care of my grandma, who is 85. She's doing well. She did have a heart attack. It was like a mild heart attack, but a heart attack is a heart attack. But she's doing well. And so I'm able to be here with my parents and my family and support them as needed. So I guess that segue into how I chose the name Zion. So basically, over the years, I talked to my mom a lot about changing my name. So I met a guy named Zuko around May, and he basically changed his name and all that. When I meet people, see, this is why I don't meet people that I don't have like some type of spiritual exchange with. And what I've learned is an exchange means that we both have the opportunity to gain something. It's not like you're in my life to teach me something, but I can't teach you nothing. You know what I mean? It's like, no, we're going to teach each other something. And so I had forgot. Sometimes I feel like my head and my brain and my spirit move so fast that I forget, the conversations I have, and I forget the things that I want to do because other things take my focus. So when I met him around my birthday, I go into like a spiritual like reflection time, being grateful for life, all this kind of stuff, right? So um Zuko had changed his name. I forget what his born name was, but I also realized that I had the opportunity, and I just asked him about like, okay, what does it mean? Like, how did you pick this name? Yada, yada, yada. So then I just went through some prayer and reflection time on my own. And then like the name just came to me. And then the beautiful part is, as I started to look up names, I figured out like what the definition of what my name means. And I turned 40 on June 7th this past year, or this past 6 months ago, however long it was, right? And what I realized is that I needed to change, because I'm a very intense person. Andre can tell you this. Any one of my friends can tell you this. I love to have fun and laugh and all that, but I'm very serious in my goals, and I'm a very principled person. So the name Zion Adriel Bardot, that's the name that I chose. I did not change it legally. I felt like, that may be a lot trying to do that in the Army. And I know you can do it, but then you got to change all your credit cards, bank accounts. Like, I'm like, I just like, how about my closest friends just know me as Zion? My family know me as Zion. And what the name means is the highest point of my purpose in this life is to be as water. That's what it means. So when people call me
Mm.
Zion, like it's like I there's a it's a constant reminder of who I'm supposed to be, why I'm supposed to be it, what I'm supposed to do. And it's like my life's dedication. It's a reminder of my life's dedication to the Most High, which has always been there since I was a child. But now it's just like a next level, like a reminder. So like when I go to Starbucks, you know what I mean? And they'd be like, Zion, you know what I mean? Like it just something lights up in me every time I hear it. Just imagine like a name that people are calling you that every time. I imagine that it
I
would be
think
like,
I also
go ahead.
think that I also yeah. So I also think that other people react to it too. I want you to start paying attention to people's reactions when they say Zion in a Starbucks or when they call, because that name just sounds like so much power. That's where the reason why I
Yeah,
said you had
yeah,
that name for me represents strength, perseverance,
yeah.
all those things that like kind of encompass what Zion is like. Ooh, that's a powerful name. There are people
Mhm.
named Zion,
They are.
that
Yeah.
parents gave them that name. So that's a
Yes.
very powerful name. So
Something about
yeah.
the name Zion. I'm kidding.
Okay.
Right? Uh yes, you're absolutely right. And I do pay attention to people's response to it. Like when I every what I have known is everyone remembers it. And it's like an energy exchange too. Like going to Starbucks or whatever, they be like, "Hey Zion," like they're like happy to see me. Probably because I go there so much, but they are happy to see me. Then other people are like, "Zion, like the Bible?" I'm like, "Yes." Um, and there's a lot of history and a lot of representation to the name. So I'm just grateful that the connection that I have with the Most High is strengthened by something that I chose, something that I can do. So it really means a lot to me. And it's great that um my family accepted it like straight from the beginning. And they would be like, Brandon, oh, I mean Zion. Like they would correct themselves. So shout out to my parents for always supporting me in the things that I want to do. And I guess because I had brought it up so much over the years, it was like, oh, we was waiting on you to change, to identify your name. Oh, we got
Hmm.
Raglan. Oh,
We
snap.
got Raglan. Oh,
Auntie
hey.
Raglan. Yeah.
That's Auntie
So
Raglan.
her
That's a beautiful
grandson,
picture. That's a beautiful picture you have up, Raglan.
I know she
Very
doing it,
nice.
huh? Glamour shots come through, glamour
Slaying. You
shots.
are slaying. Okay.
So
Um,
her grandson is
so
named Zion.
oh, nice. I didn't know
Yeah.
that. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Hello, gentlemen. My grandson is named Zion. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And also, what I wanted to also say is, for me, I respect, the fact that you changed your name, even more to the fact of I changed your name on my cell phone. When you text me, it says Zion A. Bardo. It literally says that on my phone. So it does not say Brandon anymore. So,
Yeah.
I respect it, and I'm gonna call you that. And it's gonna actually help me not call you Brandon anymore. I'm gonna, when I see a text, oh, that's Zion texting me, honey.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
mhm.
And I thank you. I thank you for that. And I thank you for your friendship. And like, so where do we want to go now? I mean, there is so much stuff going on in the world with this Kanye. Did you like see anything about Kanye or AKA Ye now? And just like everything. Oh, Tanika says, thank you. Zion is a very powerful name. We agree. And Auntie Tanika, so have you been following like the news at all with Kanye West and his comments about Jewish people, and then Kyrie Irving, a tweet is gonna get you suspended. Tweeting a movie from that's on still on the platform, and they said they're not gonna remove Hebrews to Negroes. Y'all know what type of person I am if you watch the show, and if you don't, I'll introduce myself. My name is Zion. No, I'm kidding. Um, the thing is, I'm gonna look into something when everybody is saying this about a particular purpose or thing or a noun, right? A person, place, or a thing. We educational over here too. When everybody's saying something is something, I'm gonna look at it and make up my own opinion. And so I got the book on Audible, Hebrews to Negroes, and it's a very well written book. And I'm on about chapter 11. I think there's like 40 chapters, 40, 40 or more. But I have not found what is anti-Semitic. And what made me want to read it, or I haven't watched the documentary. Somebody uploaded it on YouTube and they got taken down. Because I was trying to watch it for free. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. But I did pay for the book, but I have not found anything to be anti-Semitic about it. And it's just amazing to me how, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna say this, Andre, then you talk. Look, what's amazing to me is how the church has not dealt with the issue of race in all its years, or who the Israelites were, where they came from.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the first parts of the Bible hit you with that this person begat this person begat this person, that you know what I mean? Noah had 3 sons, Ham, Shem, Japheth. It hits you with all of the information that you would need to find out what's going on. And the church has never truly dealt with that. Just like the church does not deal with Revelation 2 and 9 and Revelation 3 and 9, where it talks about the ones who say they are Jews but are not, and are of the synagogue of Satan. So it's amazing to me that all these years, these church institutions, these denominations of Christianity, Catholicism, Judaism, etc., they refuse to actually deal with the major points of these faiths. But the other crazy part is it's in their books. The Jews
Mm-hmm.
read the Torah. Those who practice Judaism read the Torah. What's in the Torah? The genealogy. Christians read the Holy Bible. What's in the Holy Bible? The book of Revelations. The Roman Catholics have the Apocrypha in their Bible, which says, and the heathen would change um, the images into their likeness. So it's basically telling you they was going to whitewash these images, which they did in the Renaissance period. That they was going to change the biblical people and Yahusha, Jesus, to being white.
Yeah, Raglan said they don't want to admit the real truth, though. They say they speak the truth.
Exactly. So the what's key to that is, I think, in the world that we live in now, because the church has not dealt with these things, like the Most High is using celebrities to forward what's going on. And what I find to be interesting is, right, so I don't follow sports at all. I never knew who Kyrie Irving was until all of this happened. But you know how he tweeted the movie is he found out that his name in Hebrew translates to Yahweh. So it is something to have a name that means something. So after he found this out, that's when he went to he looked up documentaries that deal with Yahweh. Then he found Hebrews to Negroes. And from a simple tweet, he was labeled as anti-Semitic, suspended for games. You know what I mean? Hey, you gotta give us $500,000 to the Jewish Anti-Defamation League. You gotta sit down with these people. You gotta be re-educated. You know what I mean? And this huge uproar became from him simply tweeting. Shouldn't that be enough to cause people to be like, maybe there's something to this? That'd be like one of us getting kicked out for tweeting a Marvel movie. It'd be like you get kicked out the army, or you get a Article 15 for tweeting a Marvel movie. Tweeting Iron Man 4, because I just see there was a teaser for Iron Man 4.
Mm-hmm.
So Auntie Tanika, do you have, or Andre, do you have any remarks on any of that? Did you follow any of that at all?
So I not much. I do know like baseline stuff. I know the things that Kanye or Ye is doing. That because I guess on my end, I've been looking more at the, I even hate to say like entertainment side of it, because I'm looking at everything. So I'm looking at how Kim is being affected, Kim Kardashian, and like it's affecting like the Kardashian family, and then them, and then like the whole. It's like a back and forth thing, right?
Yeah.
Um, I've always kind of said this to you, even though I know you don't really care for the Kardashians, but I've always said this about Kim in particular, because she's kind of the one that's kind of like she's kind of like the face of the Kardashians. The other ones be
Hmm.
doing their own little thing, but
Hmm.
Kim, I really do believe, and I've said this before, but I'm gonna say it a little bit more bluntly. I feel that Kim does have the best intentions. I just
Mm,
think that her name and her status, as far as what she did with Ray J, all that stuff with Ray J, bless his heart, and all that
mm,
kind of gave her this tainted image.
yeah.
But I feel that Kim has to do a lot of damage control. And I think about the kids, right? I think about
Yeah.
Northwest, Saint West, Psalm, and I think about the four kids that they have, and I'm like, dang, like those are the people those are the individuals I'm most concerned with, right?
Yeah.
So Kim has this brand, KKW, all the little different brands she has, and businesses and endorsement deals and all that, right? She's trying to maintain that for her kids. There's a lifestyle that she has created. And we can
Hmm.
say what we want about Kim, but there's a brand and a lifestyle that she created, and she's trying to maintain that. Kanye
Hmm.
has lost his mind, right? So
Hmm.
I've seen
Hmm.
the things that Kanye's done. I heard about him going to Skechers one day to try to get an endorsement deal. The Skechers was like, no,
Yeah.
that's not my fault that Adidas that's not my fault that Adidas let go of you. So you cannot come over here to Skechers because we're not doing
Hmm.
it. You
Hmm.
know, but Kanye is really speaking a lot of craziness right now.
Yeah.
That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
But back to Kim, I do believe that Kim has the best intentions. It's just not seen that way because of her background and her past, and people are carrying her past with her into like now. I'm not saying she's perfect by no means, because I don't know if you heard about the Balenciaga
Yeah.
scandal, and
Yeah.
about like the reasoning, but like she is a devoted Balenciaga person. So right
Did you
now,
see
people are side eyeing her right now because they're
what
like,
did you
"Girl, you had
see?
your daughter wearing stuff," and
Did
go
you
ahead.
see the view?
I did not.
Did you
I told you I've been
the
so
view
busy
did
I
a
haven't seen.
the view did a little segment about it.
Oh,
And
I haven't seen it.
it was so messed up. It was so messed up. They tried to like really pivot away from Balenciaga. They tried to make it, they tried to turn this photo shoot. And now, if y'all haven't seen the photo shoot, it's terrible. It's beyond it's
I
beyond
saw
this.
clips of it.
Yeah, it's
It's
beyond
demonic,
distasteful. It's very demonic.
and it's demonic.
Very
It's demonic.
demonic. And so they left. And what's interesting is, so all this stuff is coming out and it's right there for everyone to see. So if you know anything about the Bible, or just Google Baal and who Baal was, right? And the significance of using children in the name with Baal. Baal
Oof.
is a false god that can also be called Molech, and they would sacrifice, people would sacrifice their children unto Baal. Now this ties into the is it the, I don't know nothing about sports. Is it the Commonwealth Games or whatever? This ties into that, when they rolled that big bull out there and everybody worshipped it. I don't know if you saw that, but all of this ties into the same satanic agenda, ritual, spirits, and all this stuff. It's not a game. It's not just entertainment no more. Like, entertainment comes from a spiritual place. Now, within the photo shoot, there was other satanic things. There was a contract that talked about the court case uh, in which that upheld that child porn is a crime. That's in the photo shoot. A person who
Hmm.
viewed this, like,
Yeah.
basically circled and highlighted the satanic images that were left in the photo shoot. So what the View did was, the View tried to downplay and say it was distasteful. They tried to make it about transphobia. They tried to pivot away from Balenciaga
I wish I
having
saw that. I wish
responsibility.
I saw that.
I'm like, what are y'all doing? And it's amazing. Like, it's right here in front of our face, but you want to make it seem like the executives of Balenciaga didn't know about it. But guess what? It was reported that allegedly the executives were there. Come on now. If you're the richest, if you're one of the most influential clothing line companies, you mean to tell me you're going to hire somebody to do a photo shoot that you're not going to approve of the design, the layout, etc.? So
The-
Kanye, I go ahead.
yeah, so that's the reason why I was saying like well, yeah, I do want you to touch on Kanye because I don't know as much with the Kanye
Yeah,
thing as I do
yeah,
with the Kim thing.
yeah,
So I feel this is just me just going off of my intuition. I feel that Kim didn't know exactly what she signed up for
yeah,
when she signed the dotted line, and now that she
yeah,
knows, now she's scared because she's like, wait a minute, I did not know. Because she, and the reason why I know all this is because I've been seeing her tweet. She's like, I was not aware of like that, like, because she may be pulling out. So she's in the process of pulling out of
yeah,
Balenciaga and saying, I'm not finna be supporting this because this is now it's getting to be a mess. And I don't think she really knew what she was signing. I
yeah.
think that her team probably said, yeah, Kim, Balenciaga's all this. And she's like, well, okay, I've heard about them. They have nice clothes.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
Kim is all about looking good. Like I'm beautiful, pretty. But no, the deep rooted issue now is, oh no, that's demonic, sweetie. You have
Yeah,
kids like it's and it, like you said, the executives approve what is going to be broadcasted out there. So now
mm-hmm.
this stuff is rolling out there, and now Kim is
Mm-hmm.
like, wait a minute, what did I just sign up for?
Yep.
I need to really be thinking about pulling out. Now, mind you, that's a lot of money that she's going to lose. But I'm like,
Yeah.
honey girl, you are beyond wealthy. You leaving
Right.
Balenciaga is not going to affect you at all, boo boo. You can go
Yep.
right on over to Prada or whatever, and they will gladly take you on in a heartbeat. So you ain't going to worry about a Balenciaga girl. Like, it's okay.
And let's face
But
it. Look.
anyway, I just wanted to say that.
Yeah. Let's face it too. Okay, so I seen this meme one day, and it tried to give us it tried to establish a word picture of money, because the average person, we don't understand like how money works, or how. So the word picture was $1 million is 11 days. $1 billion is 31 and a half years. So think about that. A
Ooh.
million dollars is equal to 11 days. 31, I'm sorry, $1 billion is 31 and a half years. So think about that. So anybody talking about, the average person, we ain't making $1 million in our lifetime, or barely at it. So,
No.
um, but I want to go back to something, because I like to bring it, and so let's get controversial. I believe that the Kardashian family and all these celebrities, all of them, all of our favorite celebrities, our favorite
Mm-hmm.
actors and actresses, chances are they're involved with some satanic stuff. Because
Oh,
look,
yes.
and I think the Kardashians, okay, I'm just gonna say it. I think the
Yeah, go
Kardashians are witch.
ahead.
I think they're witches. And the mother is the ringleader. And I think if the Kardashians' father was still alive, the family would not be where they are. Um, what's
Good
the
point.
mother's name? What's the mother's
Chris
name?
Jenner.
Chris. I think Chris
Chris
is the
Jenner.
is the
Mhm.
yep, she's the ringleader, and I believe that she is the one. And what they don't realize is they make these deals with the devil. Everybody from Bob Dylan, Kanye West said prior to he remember he like you notice how all the celebrities go on like a long hiatus, and then they pop back up. So Kanye West, one day he popped back up. I guess he was in Europe or whatever, and he rapped a cappella. He said, "I sold my soul to the devil. It was a crappy deal. At least it was a few toys like a Happy Meal." So he said he sold it. In another interview prior to it, just came back up again. In another interview, Kanye said, "I sacrificed my mom for this." What they don't realize
Mhm.
is when they make these deals with the devil, is they got to give something up. Jennifer Hudson, her whole family was killed. all these celebrities is somebody that's close to them. That
Starsha said facts. They know, but they want the money. And I kind of said that
yes,
about Kim. It's more of like they don't want to lose money, but I'm like, girl,
yeah,
it once this has been revealed like this, like I don't know, it's one of those things where it's like, do you care more about your image or do you care more about the money? Like, because at the end of the day, whether she knew
yeah,
or not, now that
yes.
it's exposed, what are you going to do about it now, Kim? Because now
Because
people
think
are
about it.
side eyeing Kim because it's like, well, girl, you gonna still
Yeah,
stay with
because
this mess?
at the end of the day, how much money do you need? And the scriptures talk about the parable of the rich man. You know what I'm saying? Who was like, "Hey, what do I got to do? What do I got to do to receive salvation?" And Yahusha said, "Hey, go sell all your belongings, then come back." And he went away sad. But Mark 8:36 breaks this down for what shall profit a man if he gain the whole world and lose his soul? Look, these celebrities got to participate in these rituals, but they catch feelings, meaning they want to renege on their deal because if they was really happy, if money really brought happiness, like if Kanye can tweet something that's confusing, right? That's confusing, right? Remember he tweeted, "I'm gonna go DEFCON 3 on the Jews" and all this stuff. Like he don't know what I don't think he knew what he's saying. But if he did, my point is if you can tweet something and then your money be taken um a day after or the same week, do you really own anything?
Mm-mm,
We don't own anything. These celebrities don't
mm-mm.
own anything. They don't own their money. Like they have some of it, but they could be destroyed. It just like a light switch turning on and off. Billions wiped out. Look at the crypto guy went from like billions of dollars to 26,000 or whatever in his bank account. Like business deals and money does not operate how they want us to believe that it really operates. You get what I'm saying? Notice how none of these celebrities ever come out with their contracts, right? None of them. My brother Shantae was like, why don't they ever show their contracts? Like, look at these musicians. Meek Mill talking about he made $11 million and that's it. Over his rap career, like that's it. I'm not saying he's the greatest rapper, but I mean, look, but when the key thing is the things that these celebrities have to do. Everybody from Bad Baby done talked about the Hollywood parties that they all get invited to. You know, you just if you ever want to trade places with these celebrities, just go and look at the things they said. Y'all remember Lil Wayne
Mm-mm.
said Birdman raped him. Not just did he rape him financially, right? Remember that there was in a court case and all that, but physically. Remember he was kissing Birdman
I,
in the mouth, calling him daddy and
Birdman
stuff.
is Birdman. I don't know if he's trying to be down low with it or if that was a hidden camera. That I was like, dang, Birdman, you was all over Lil Wayne booty. Like, what would you do?
See?
Like.
Yeah,
I mean, I hate to say that, but I mean, it
yeah.
sounds bad. But like, dang, Birdman gives this very masculine, macho man presence, very deep voice, tatted up to death, with
Mm-hmm.
Tony Braxton, supposedly. Even though I think Tony Braxton, they called it all. I don't think they're together now, but it's
Mm,
just like all this stuff. Like, I'm just like, what's going on? Like, are
yeah.
you bisexual? Like, what are you, Birdman? Like, that's a little. That's a whole man. I don't care that Lil Wayne is 2'3". That's still a man. You know,
Yeah,
that
and I'm
he's still a man, and you over here doing that and taking advantage of someone like that. So
yeah.
I don't know.
And I think the I
Very
think
crazy.
the reality is I feel like all of this stuff is spiritual. And I think that um, you know, I think Ye is saying some honest things, but just like I did, I just realized I just bounced to like 20 different celebrities. But the difference between me bouncing to 20 different celebrities, I'm talking on the same topics. So what Ye does is he goes out here and he says all these crazy things with no explanation. And I really think that it's designed to if Ye was anti-Semitic, why would he hire Mayo Yamanopoulos or whatever, the dude who got uh in trouble for pedophilia, why would he hire that guy who is Jewish? You know what I
Mm.
mean? Like there all these celebrities play a role. It's like a movie. They put these celebrities up there for people to worship them, for people to want to be like them. And I'm just trying to highlight why you shouldn't want to be like them. Because in order to be on that world stage, it is interesting that the top celebrities have all had to sacrifice something or bring their children into the industry. You know what I mean? Like that is what it calls for. This is their religion. This is their religion. Because if
Yeah.
it wasn't, they wouldn't be hiding. Like they wouldn't be lying. Like how you think you're gonna live a good life if you young thug, right? Young thug is in jail with the RICO charges and all this stuff. Like, how can anybody in America see the religion is money and the religion is praising people who have it and and adoring people who have it, going to their concerts, watching their movies, and really wanting to be like them and not separating the fact that they're just entertainers. That
Yeah,
tomorrow,
and you know, and another thing that I wanted to bring up too, and I saw this on TikTok, just minding my own business on TikTok. And you talked about this before, but it freaked me out a little bit. But I was like, this is really what's going on. But
mm,
Megan Fox and Machine Gun
dr-
Kelly,
drinking the
there is a
blood,
ritual that they do, drinking the blood, and Megan Fox was literally talking about it as normal as could be. She was just looking right at the interviewer, just saying, "Yeah, this is what we do," just very matter of fact. And I'm just like, Megan, girl, that's not normal. That's not,
right?
girl. You are literally doing vampire type,
Yes,
girl. What that is demonic, girl. You're
yes,
drinking, and like how he was craving for more and all this stuff. Like, I mean, it was just really, and she was talking like kind of like how me and you talking. That's like me talking to
yeah,
Brandon. I just drunk my man's blood, and it was, it was so, like,
right.
what is going on? So
Yep,
when I saw that, I said, "Oh, okay, Lord, you're showing me what's really going on.
yes,
I always felt it.
yes,
You've talked about it, but now I'm see. It's like, woo, it's in my face, and I'm just scrolling through TikTok, looking at funny stuff, and then,
yep,
boop, I said, okay,
yep,
Lord, thank you, Most High, thank you for sharing this. Megan Fox is literally talking about how
yep.
this is happening. But Starsha says,
Hmm.
funny they dropped him for that, but crickets when he was trashing us. Oh,
Exactly.
Starsha girl, you better preach. And I talked about that with someone else, saying,
Hmm.
yeah, because we black, we gon' they don't care if black on black. If a black person talk about another black person controversial, they just be like, okay, that's y'all business. But
Yeah.
let you talk about somebody white.
Yep. Yep. So the parts that you know, I think Kanye said that are true. Like there's video of Leo Cohen. He's a Jewish man, who's like, just go and look. To me, it's not a conspiracy. It's not a stereotype that Jewish folks own a lot of stuff in entertainment. They own Hollywood. It's all in their name. They have Jewish names. Spielberg,
Mm-hmm.
Weinstein. You know what I mean?
Oh
All of the
Lord.
music execs, all of the media people that Kanye listed. And it's funny how how is it anti-Semitic to highlight that?
Mm-hmm. I'll
Now,
be right back, Brandon. I'm gonna put some clothes in
okay,
the dryer. I'll be right back.
okay. Oh my gosh, you doing household duties during the show. Hey, you got to do them. So it's interesting to me that, you know, I don't understand why it's anti-Semitic to bring up these things. And let me know, like, what do y'all think about it? Oops, how do I make it to where it says me? So it's interesting, like, yeah, to bring up the who owns something, I don't think it's anti-Semitic. And even it's interesting because when you look up the definition of Semitic, it means those who spoke Afro-Asiatic languages like Hebrew, Aramaic, and Arabic. And when you think about Jews, it's the uh, Ashkenazi Jew that's ultimately recognized as being Jewish, which they are from the Khazars. They are German. And breaking all this down, you kind of realize from the entertainment industry that the Jews have been running the entertainment industry for a long time. And there's nothing anti-Semitic about that. The thing with Leo Cohen is the Breakfast Club, Charlemagne the God pressed him on the idea that, like, why are you promoting music that, like a Young Thug, or why are you promoting this music that's so detrimental to the Black community? And essentially he said, I got people to feed. So this is getting at my sister Starsha's point of, while Kanye was bashing Black people, there was nothing wrong with what he was doing, because that's by design. Like, they'll pay you to bash other Black people. Look at Charles Barkley came out, and Shaquille O'Neal. I call them the house Negroes. You know what I mean? They'll come out and they'll pay you money to go on a speaking engagement and to trash Black folks. I mean, Kanye talked about, he bashed Black people and became a billionaire. He went to the church and never dealt with the race. How do you go from saying George Bush doesn't care about Black people to then saying slavery was a choice with no explanation, right? Like, nothing really behind it. And what my brother Shantae believes he was saying is that slavery is a choice for them, because Kanye had a song called New Slaves. And slavery is a choice for them with these contracts that they willingly signed. You know what I mean? So yeah, they might be making millions, but they don't own anything. And then on top of that, how much are they making the company? So you getting a fraction of what, you know what I mean, for your endorsement, to tie your name to it. So, like, how much have, this is what I need Black folks in America to realize. How much money have we made the world, yet we don't own nothing?
I know. And you know what? I heard everything you were saying because I still had my AirPods in as you
Oh,
were
okay.
talking about. Yeah, so I was listening as I was putting my clothes in the dryer. But it was a question you had about like Black folks, and as far as like I thought about Candace Owens
Mm.
because she's
Clandis,
a
I call
Black
her
woman,
Clandis.
Clandis, and she's
Clandis
teamed
Owens.
up. Yeah, so I feel like she's just trying to make ends meet, and when it's
Yep.
about the money, because you mentioned something about being about the money, like even though they may not feel that way, they'll just do it just for the sake of getting a check. They may not
Yep.
even agree with what they are paid to say, but they're going to say it to make ends meet because they ain't got the money. There's a certain lifestyle that they want to live.
Yep.
So whatever's going to bring me in that dough, I'm just going to say anything controversial just to the whole White
Yep.
Lives Matter t-shirts.
Yeah.
Candace Owens and Kanye wore the White Lives Matter
Yeah.
t-shirts. I'm just like, y'all are a whole mess. And the audacity for two Black folks to put on a
Mm-hmm.
White Lives Matter shirt, like
Mm-hmm.
what was your messaging behind that?
Yep. Yep. Like, what was the point?
What were you
The
trying to say?
point,
What were you trying to say?
since it's funny too, on a lighter note, I don't know if it's lighter or
Yeah,
not,
because we going deep, Lord
but on a
Jesus.
lighter note, but it is kind of interesting that in some ways, and I don't mean this like I'm trying to praise Kanye, in some ways, Kanye's prophetic. Remember his song Gold Digger? I seen people
Mm-hmm.
posted like 18 years, she got you 4 kids for 18 years or something like that. Like Kanye was prophetic about his situation. And if you listen to his earlier music, which was way better than I think even his gospel albums. I hate to say it, but his gospel albums I ain't feeling. They ain't really gospel albums. But his music is trash now, in my opinion. But he told everybody on his song Can't Tell Me Nothing. Remember, he said, I had a dream I could buy my way to heaven. Woke up and I spent it on a necklace. Like, if you just go listen to the lyrics of that song, Kanye told you everything. That's one thing I will say about him. He ain't hiding. He ain't hiding nothing. He just puts it out there for you to say it. George Bush don't care about black people. Remember that? It was just like, so like, so I think it's just very interesting that everything happening in the entertainment world. I feel like we're doing like a yearly wrap up, right? And when I think about like all the celebrities, so much stuff, I think all of this stuff is happening so it can um shape how you think and how you interact with other people. Like the Will Smith slap. You know, Will Smith slapping Chris Rock. Keep my wife's name out your mouth, right? What did that do to marriages? And it's interesting because the people who are sending these message, like most of the celebrities we done talked about are black people, right? Or associated with black folks. My point is, using Will Smith and Chris Rock, that slap is the messages that I believe it sent was to relationships. Like if somebody looks at me a certain way, Andre, if we together, right, and somebody looks at me sideways, if you don't go and slap them upside their head, then we ain't together. Like a real man protects his man. You know what I mean? A real man protects his woman. So if you look at my wife or you say something crazy, I'm gonna go over. You know what I mean? So it's like using these black celebrities, because if you never notice, it's my personal opinion that Will Smith plays the Messiah in a lot of his movies. He's always the savior. I Am Legend, Independence Day. You know what I mean? In Suicide Squad, have you seen it?
I haven't seen Suicide Squad now.
Okay, like he wore, it was on his collar. It said three things. It said, "I am the way, I am the truth, I am the life." What was on his collar kept changing. He was wearing like a turtleneck or something, and throughout the movie, it says those three things. Speaking of movies, I don't know. Did you see recently the Tim Allen Christmas special? It was like, "Thank you, Satan."
No. What?
Yes, yes. It was supposed to be "Thank you, Santa," but it says "Thank you, Satan." And I'm sorry, you can't. If Why would you put that out? If it was a mistake, wouldn't you cut and reshoot it again?
Speaking of Tim Allen, I didn't know he did 2 years in prison back in the day. Did you know that?
No. Allegedly, Tim Allen is a Christian too. But see, look at how like everything they're using celebrities to try to change the definitions of
Yeah.
things.
It was
Do
back
you
in the
know what he
day.
did time in prison for?
I think it was for drug possession or something, but he did 2 years in
Look,
prison.
look.
Tim Allen. Mm, you can look it up. You'll see something.
23 years sober, served 2.5 years in federal prison after being busted in 1978 for cocaine.
I told you it
Yeah.
was drug possession. I knew it was
Yeah.
something with drugs.
Yep. Yep. Okay, what else happened? TD Jakes gave his ministry to his daughter. TD Jakes made me so mad because before he gave his ministry to his daughter, he basically blamed women for society's ills. Now you can go back and look at his message if you want to, but what I took from it was like this man was made he's probably a billionaire off of women that are out loosed, preaching to women. He found a niche, or a niche, however you say it. He found a business model, then used that to become very, very influential and very, very wealthy. And now you want to blame the very women you've been preaching to for the last 20 years for society's ills. He said the problem with society is women are raising men to be women or something like that. I'm like, bruh,
TD Jake said that?
yes, he did.
It did not surprise me.
Yes, he
I
did.
never saw it. I don't know what it was, but I never saw it for TD Jakes the
Yeah.
whole time. Him, Creflo Dollar,
Yep.
Juanita Bynum. You know Juanita Bynum, I can't stand
Oh
her
my God. You see, she
because
was
of how
charging
she
like
did.
You see, she was charging
How she did
like,
my sister.
yeah. Did you see
I
Juanita
told you about
Bynum
that.
was
How she
charging
did.
like $1,500 for like a prayer, and you get a prayer certification from Juanita Bynum Ministries, and she would
Okay, see,
during the
further explains why I can't stand her. So
during the pandemic too.
during the pandemic.
Yeah, she was like, it was 2,000, but I'm gonna give y'all like a discount.
Oh, $500 discount. It's 1,500 though.
It's like
Excuse
what?
me. Like, and
And
people
then
are
she,
dumb enough to buy. People that got
yes,
money and that are wealthy, they'll be like, absolutely, because it's
yes,
Juanita Bynum. She's anointed. And she speaks in tongues for 15 hours straight, so she can shut it at I don't know.
I could do that, right?
I mean,
Yep.
oh my God. I already told you I can't stand her, and I'm good if I don't see her ever in person again
Yeah,
because how she did
yeah,
Angela, but I don't want to get back into that, but how she did Angela, but
yeah. Ain't that
I got
something?
time.
Like, so it's how all these subjects tie together is, I really think that all of these things are trying to control how you think and how you respond to stuff. You know what I mean? Like when I think about like the Bible is a history book full of context, full of contextual history of that time. But what's amazing to me is like the same things that's happening now, and we clearly see it. We can clearly see it. You see what I'm saying? Like, and there is an attempt. Notice how even in America right now, there is a further attempt to erase history. Like, look at what they're trying to do with slavery. Another thing about the Jewish folks, show me a Jewish person that is about reparations for African Americans for slavery. I would like to see that. I have not found one, and I have looked, but Ben Shapiro, he's Jewish. I have never heard a Jewish person make the case for African Americans to receive reparations. And you know what? Even on the issue of reparations for slavery, right? It ain't just slavery. It's slavery, it's Jim Crow, it's the fight for civil rights. Even now today, did you see it was somebody housing. There was another story about housing. Remember we covered one like the last season where the woman whose house like went up by double. Well, there was another story, and it was an insane amount. I forget the amount of money it was, but there was another story about a woman who basically took her black self pictures down, and the house went up. Oh, it went up by like $600,000. It was in Seattle. It was in Seattle. So it went up by like 500, $600,000 into the millions.
That is like $500,000 more.
Thank you. So the thing,
Lord.
right? And just because they were black, so how much generational wealth has been robbed from our people all this time? So I ain't gonna praise Kanye. I'm not gonna praise any black celebrity for doing anything if you ain't talking about ownership. I'm
He's
not gonna do,
inconsistent. That's the
yeah.
reason why Kanye speaks a lot of truth, but there's so
Hmm.
many inconsistencies there. Like he's
Yes.
confusing everybody. Like, where are
I think
you
that's what
at? Are you with us or are you not?
I think that's his goal. It's over in James that says a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. I think,
Mm.
I pray for Kanye. I pray for all these black celebrities, even people who made their deal with the devil. Look, you can turn from your wicked ways and you can turn to the most high and be redeemed if you want to. But they in a position of where it's like the money and the enticement of that power is fame. It's a curse. Being famous is a curse. Show me how it's not.
And
You don't
one of
control.
the things that I thought about,
Go
yeah,
ahead.
one of the things that I thought about though is TikTok. TikTok,
Mm,
say what you people can say what they want about TikTok, but TikTok is revealing so many things because we're in a tech savvy world now where
Mm-hmm.
you can just keep scrolling through stuff, and I am seeing all kind of like childhood stars speaking truths about what happens in the entertainment industry, like
Yeah.
child
Yeah.
stars that are no longer in the limelight anymore. Like they were teenagers, celebrities, but as an adult, they don't have any roles. They're just they have a regular 9 to 5 or whatever, and they're talking about how, like, yeah, I'm glad I walked away from X, Y, and Z, or
Yeah.
I saw this
Yes.
going on back in the '90s, and I'm like, that is so, like, back in the '90s and early 2000s, they were seeing
Yep.
stuff, and they were just like, that don't seem right. So, and they would get asked to, if you, oh, you could stay with us, and then their parents would be like, absolutely not, we good, we got our
Mm-hmm.
millions, and we gonna invest in this, and then we gonna
Yep.
be good over here, we're good.
Yep.
So it depends on, it's case by case. Some
Yes.
families stay in it, and then their children to continue to grow, or some will be like, we're gonna get these 5 6 years of stardom, da, 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 da. Then after that, bye. Like, we are leaving. So it is so
Yep.
interesting because on TikTok, these people create these TikTok accounts, and they're sharing, like, it's some demonic evil stuff going on. Very
Yeah.
Illuminati like.
Right.
So
Even all that's in front of your face. And it's amazing to me, like it's almost like they put it in
TikTok's
front of your
doing it.
yeah, it's amazing. They put it in front of your face and they be like, oh, that was a mistake. Oh, we didn't mean it. But it'd be like, thank you, Satan, on the Tim Allen Christmas special. Right?
What,
But oh,
you
it
need
was
to
a
show me
mistake.
where that is. Where is that?
Ooh, okay, let me pull that up. I'll pull it up. I'm going to pull that up.
And I do need to leave in a little bit though, y'all. Like in about like 10 minutes, because I got
10
stuff
minutes.
I gotta do.
Oh, he got
Hmm.
stuff he gotta do.
I gotta do
Uh
stuff. I gotta do it around the house.
so as I'm pulling this up, um, if there's any topics that y'all want us to cover in future shows, definitely let us know.
Are we gonna try to figure out, like, if we're gonna do a show in during the week? Because I know that's gonna be real hard for us to do because of our time difference. Unless it's on a
Um,
4 day weekend and you're off.
well, I'm in MLC right now, so I'm pretty much at
Ooh,
home. You know what I mean?
congrats on getting MLC, girl. I haven't even.
Hey,
I ain't getting nobody dates, so I'm not going to MLC. So it's fine. It's
I'm
cool.
wondering like how are they going to um how's this gonna work as far as like promotion? Because I ain't getting looked at no more. So
I
with it,
know. So you need to get promoted by February. You have to be
see,
promoted to master by February 1st in order to because that's off the list that you're
would
on
they send
now.
me the my question is, would they send me to MLC if I wasn't gonna be promoted?
Yeah, they do, because they're only going off of your OML. So it don't matter
Ah,
that you won't get boarded again. They're only going off of your OML, and you're in that lineup to go to MLC.
ah. Okay, see, look, can you see this?
Satan, thank you. What it says?
Thank you, Satan.
It says love you, Satan.
Or love you, Satan. Oh, it does say love you, Satan.
LOVE. Yeah, not thank you. It says love you, Satan.
So
Well, it's true. They did it. Tim Allen told the elves
mm-hmm.
they spelled Santa wrong, and the elves moved to correct it to say Santa, but Disney knew what they were doing. They were putting Satan into our children's minds. Oh my God. Thanks for ruining my childhood Christmas movies, but I'm sticking to my Christian values.
Right?
Okay.
So
Wow.
okay, so let
So
me do
the end
something.
just didn't know to go over to the middle? Like, come on now.
But why not? If that was the case, um, why not just redo it, right? Why not just do another take?
Redo it before taking a photo. Why
Uh,
was a photo taken?
Well, the photo is a screenshot of the actual special. So why not just record it again? Is what I'm saying. Look, I'm about to okay, this is my last point since you got to go and I respect we got to respect each other's time, right? but I'm about to destroy Christmas for people, and I want to leave you with a question, right? I'm about to destroy it for y'all, and I'm sorry. Was not me. It's not me doing it. This is what I think is key, right? So you know how they'll be like, oh, Christ Mass. Christ is involved in Christmas. It's a celebration of, celebrating Christ's birth, right? That's what they say, right? Ain't that
Hmm.
what they say, Andre? Can I get give me some feedback? Ain't that what they say, Andre?
Yeah, that is what they
Yes.
say.
Okay. 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 So look, Jeremiah chapter 10. I'm about to read 5 verses and I'm about to destroy Christmas for you. But I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. All right. So this chapter is highlighting idols and the living God. Hear the word that the Lord speaks to you. Is it big enough, Andre?
Yeah, I can see it. Hmm.
Okay. Thus says the Lord, learn not the way of the nations, nor be dismayed at the signs of the heavens, because the nations are dismayed at them. For the customs of the peoples are vanity. Most High don't care about your customs. A tree from the forest is cut down and worked with an axe by the hands of a craftsman. They decorate it with silver and gold. They fasten it with hammer and nails so that it cannot move. Tell me this ain't talking about a Christmas tree,
Yeah, it is.
right? A tree
Yeah.
is cut down, right? And what is this attached to? The customs of the peoples.
Hmm. The customs, yeah.
So
Ooh.
how's that not a Christmas tree? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not telling you go take down your Christmas tree. I don't have one in my house. But if you have one, I'm in no way condemning it. I'm just saying everything that's happening in the world, and that's proof of it, you can find it in the scriptures if you just study. And don't let these celebrities tell you how to think and feel about what's going on, about what's right and wrong, and about what you should do within your relationships, in your home, or whatever. You know, but to me, there's nothing that is exactly what we do to get a Christmas tree, right? And if you ain't going down to the forest to cut the tree down, somebody's doing it for you. And then you bring it home, right?
Hmm.
And I'm old school. Remember the little red thing you put it in, and then you tighten
My mom
all the
did it. My mom did it
see,
as a child.
right?
Hmm.
And you go to church, and your church is telling you that Christmas is okay, but your Bible's telling you that it ain't. And it specifically said, learn not the ways of the heathens whose customs are vanity. That's about
It's
you.
there.
That's about what you got going on. And you put the tree up so you can say, look at my tree. And then you teach your children to adore this time of the year because they get something, because they get gifts. But your church is teaching, you know what I mean? But your churches is teaching you that Christ is it, that it's about Christ. Girl, get out of here. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not trying to ruin the holiday season for nobody. I'm really just saying, think about it's time that we should be thinking about what we're doing. What are we participating in? What are we giving our energy, our attention, our spirit, our essence to? And let it ride. And if we're going to follow the Most High, we
Absolutely.
should pray about how I didn't always know this. I used to celebrate Christmas,
Hmm.
but when you come into the truth, it'd be like, you know what? That ain't for me. You know what I mean?
For all those people that got the Christmas trees, just just buy you a fake tree, so it ain't got to be the real one. I'm just joking.
But look, see,
Buy that
but
fake tree, girl.
I'm glad that you said that because ain't that how we got here too? That's how we got here. Cause I've talked to people and they'll be like, oh, well, we don't celebrate Christmas, but we choose to honor Christ during that time. Well, why not honor Christ all the time? And how can you honor
Without
him?
Christmas.
Yeah, how can you honor him in a way that he said the customs are vanity? If I'm your even okay, I'm gonna say this one last thing and I'm closing because I think it's maybe been 10 minutes. I don't know. But
You got 2 more
e-
minutes.
Oh,
You
2 more
got 2 more
minutes.
minutes.
See, he got the time going. Oh, so like when you think about it, I lost my thought. If somebody's your Lord, if somebody's your yeah, somebody's your Lord, you do what pleases, like, we see all these, they make all these movies and, whatever pleases my Lord, right? You do what pleases your Lord. You don't offer your Lord what you want. That ain't how it works. So if we're serving the Most High, it's clear from the story of Cain and Abel that we are to offer what's acceptable unto the Most High. And when we don't, it leaves room for jealousy and murder and envy and all these things, because we know that Cain killed Abel, because Abel's offering was accepted by the Most High, Cain's was not. And I'm getting ready to close.
The benediction, honey. Okay.
Right?
But yeah, I definitely wish I can stay longer, but I do have some things to get done. But I wanted to ensure, we wanted to ensure that we were
Yeah.
able to see you all together as a unit, as we have always been, and that we are back. Like there's going to be no longer these long hiatuses where it's like, this long of a hiatus. We'll take hiatuses. It just won't be this long anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, we thank you for tuning in, for the folks that
Thank you.
spoke in, Starsha, Miss Tanika, we just appreciate you all watching. And we also want to thank the folks that watch this after we're done. So if you're on and you're watching after we're live, we want to thank you for that as well. But we're going to get back into the groove of things, and we're going into 2023. So during the winter months, we're kind of on here heavy because we want to be warming in our homes anyway. Well, over here in the other part of the U.S., because Hawaii, y'all are always good. But for me, being in Maryland, yes, it's going to be snowing and all that. So I will be in the house. So I'll have a whole lot more time to do lives and and I'm settled in now, finally, in my new home. And yes. And don't say nothing, y'all, but I've been telling Zion, when he retired, he can come back to Maryland, so he can be close by. But that's his decision, what he wants to do with his life. But I'm competing with Shantae. I'm competing with Shantae, so it's cool.
Right. Yeah, because Shantae said I'm gonna be in Atlanta. Hey, maybe I have a house in both places. You know what I mean?
Maybe you can be in between. Maybe you can just be in between or whatever. But no, Atlanta's good. I can come to Atlanta and visit if you go.
But I really don't want to be in Atlanta though. But hey, I don't know what the Most High has in store for me. He ain't showed me yet, but I know it's gonna be great. That's all I know.
Oh, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
I
believe that wholeheartedly.
I want to give another plug too. If any of our viewers ever want to come on and discuss anything, please let us know. Like, we can have you join the show. You don't have to show your face if you don't want to. We could just have like your chat avatar. We could send you a link and you can come on and discuss things with us. And once again, if there's any topics that you have that you think we should talk about, let us know. Is it vibelyticalshow.com or the vibelyticalshow.com?
It's just vibelyticalshow.com.
Vibelyticalshow.com. Yes, this is our website where we'll post this episode, and you can find all our social links on there. And I must say so myself, we got a nice like website. I did my thing on the website. So if you ever want to check it out, vibelyticalshow.com. Thanks for joining us today. We good?
Yeah, we can end it. You know how we end it. You know how we end it with the little logo thing that we wave back.